Thanks, AJ. I'm here at the Women's Big Ten Basketball Championship, Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the Iowa Hawkeyes just went 0-100 real quick in their 105-72 beating over the Ohio State Buckeyes, and they did just what the Six God Drake once said. They went back-to-back as Big Ten tournament champions.
Well, let's toss it across Iowa City to DITV Sports Director Michael Merrick.
Thanks, Reagan. I'm live here at the Iowa Memorial Union, one of the early voting locations here on campus. And it was more than just the average students casting their ballots both early here and on election day throughout Iowa City. Hawkeye coaches urged their athletes to share their voice and get out to vote. With the Michigan Wolverines and a rematch of last year's Big Ten championship headed to Kinnick this weekend, Iowa is going to need to continue their improvements on the offensive side of the ball, and they're going to need to continue their dominance on the defensive side of the ball. They want to compete with the top 5 ranked Michigan Wolverines. Now to close 2022, they will get ready to take on the Kentucky Wildcats in the Trans-Perfect Music City Bowl right here. And with many key stars opting out, some fans may wonder, is this bowl game even important? Hawkeye fans were spread out throughout Coralville to welcome back the Iowa Hawkeyes. They even got some fun pom-poms to use, had a sign station to be able to make their own custom signs for Iowa, and most of all, they got to thank the Hawkeyes for giving them all the enjoyment all year long. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to your #1 source for Hawkeye sports. I'm your host, Michael Merrick, and today we'll be talking about everything you need to know before the kickoff. Thanks, Johnny. And just one day shy of the 30th anniversary for the first ever Hawkeye women's basketball Final Four appearance, well, Iowa would punch their ticket to Dallas behind an unforgettable and legendary performance from Caitlin Clark that was so impressive, it even left her teammates speechless. This season may not have gone exactly how many Hawkeye fans would have hoped, as Iowa did start the year off 3-4. But the Hawks would win 5 of their last 6 games, and now have some big-time transfers on the offensive end, which means morale must be high in Iowa City. Yes, I can, Ashley. I'm live right now inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. There's some construction going on behind us, but on Friday, Iowa became the first team to beat the South Carolina Gamecocks in over a year and a half.
Well, let's toss it across Iowa City to DITV Sports Director Michael Merrick.
Thanks, Reagan. I'm live here at the Iowa Memorial Union, one of the early voting locations here on campus. And it was more than just the average students casting their ballots both early here and on election day throughout Iowa City. Hawkeye coaches urged their athletes to share their voice and get out to vote.
We do live in the greatest country, and one of the rights that we have that's so valuable is you get an opportunity to go vote. We live in a country where a lot of people have opinions but don't really back it up with anything, so it's a chance to go back it up. And if you have an opinion about something, go vote and try to be part of the process.
It's obviously been a unique time in our country's history with regard to political parties and the future, so you want them to be a part of it.
And we say this is one day where your opinion really matters. So go give everybody your opinion. And do that, most importantly, by casting a ballot.
It's not just the coaches encouraging others to use their right to vote, however. Many student athletes understand how impactful their ballots can truly be.
It means a lot, man. I think, every vote counts. Somebody may think that one vote may not count, but every vote counts. There's been some elections that have, been decided by maybe 6 votes, 5 votes. So everybody should definitely go. If you have the opportunity to, just your voice, your opinion, all of that definitely matters. So.
I voted last Wednesday. I did. I got in early. Yeah, I think it's important. It's a civic duty. It's good. Young people like the lowest voter turnout, so it's good to get out there and vote.
We have a voice to be able to make that heard, and he stresses nobody wants to hear you complain about anything if you aren't doing your part. So as long as you do your part, you're set up well. So.
Some sports, such as men's basketball, even gave Tuesday off to allow their athletes an opportunity to get to the polls. Because in the end, exercising your right to vote transcends sports. From the Iowa Memorial Union, Michael Merrick, DITV Sports.
The women's basketball team are back-to-back Big Ten champions. Now let's go to DITV Sports Director Michael Merrick, who's in Minneapolis for Iowa's record-breaking victory.
Thanks, AJ. I'm here at the Women's Big Ten Basketball Championship, Minneapolis, Minnesota, where the Iowa Hawkeyes just went 0-100 real quick in their 105-72 beating over the Ohio State Buckeyes, and they did just what the Six God Drake once said. They went back-to-back as Big Ten tournament champions. Nothing was the same after a 35-point second quarter against the Buckeyes. And if I was Ohio State, I would be bumping Marvin's room all ride back to Columbus.
To win back-to-back championships, so hard to do in this league. This is an amazing league. Great coaches, great players. Just feel really, really thankful that we have this opportunity today to win this again.
I mean, we were just basking in that moment, and I'm just really proud of everyone. Like, this isn't normal to be in the championship 3 years in a row. So I think it speaks to, the veterans we have on this team, and, I couldn't be more proud of them.
It was a record-breaking night here as there was a new attendance record set with over 9,500 fans in attendance. On top of that, Iowa scored the most points in championship game history, had the largest margin of victory ever, and Caitlin Clark recorded the first ever triple-double in Big Ten championship game history. She posted a 30-point, 10-rebound, and 17-assist performance. And she also brought home the Big Ten Tournament Most Outstanding Player Award.
Yeah, it is special, but I think a lot of credit goes to my teammates. I was able to kind of get them the ball in areas that it was really easy for them to score, but to get an assist, my teammates have to make the bucket.
Caitlin, 17 assists on 2 turnovers. I don't know how you can say that she's not the player of the year in this, in the country. I just don't know how you can say that.
Now, the views from the top of the Big Ten Conference must be wonderful and unforgettable. But now Iowa knows that they must turn their focus onto the NCAA tournament if they want to add any more trophies to their collection. From Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Women's Big Ten Basketball Championship, Michael Merrick, DITV Sports. Yes, I can, Ashley. I'm live right now inside Carver Hawkeye Arena. There's some construction going on behind us, but on Friday, Iowa became the first team to beat the South Carolina Gamecocks in over a year and a half. They tried to carry that momentum into the national championship game against LSU, but unfortunately, they were unable to capture the program's first ever national championship, despite a 30-point and 8-assist performance from Caitlin Clark, where she hit a championship record 8 threes. But the Hawkeyes did give up a championship record 102 points to the Tigers behind an insane first half from Jasmine Carson, who came off the bench scoring 21 points, going 7 for 7 from the field and 5 for 5 from 3.
I would definitely say this is the game of my life because, I won a national championship on the biggest stage possible, in college. I scored tonight, and that's what, pushed us and got us momentum, and I'm just proud of my teammates.
And sadly, in a game that was supposed to put a spotlight on the greatness of women's basketball at the highest level, many people felt as if the refs left a major stain on this great matchup.
It's very frustrating because I didn't even feel like I could talk to them, like they wouldn't even listen. That's what's frustrating, is that there wasn't even a conversation that could be had. I don't know, those 2 women didn't deserve that. I just don't think so. And then Caitlin getting a tee. I don't know. It's too bad.
Yeah, obviously foul trouble, not really what you want in the national championship game. Sometimes that's how things go, and, I thought all I could do was respond and come back out there and keep fighting.
And while Iowa did fall 1 game short of their ultimate goal, the biggest takeaway from this season is how the Hawks' impact was bigger than just basketball.
Our team is our trailblazers in our own right, and obviously we can't give back to basketball what basketball has given us, but it's a start and it's something, and it's been really cool to see.
They know they're role models. They relish in it. And not just for young kids either. This team has brightened the lives of so many people of all ages.
I want my legacy to be the impact that I can have on young kids and the people in the state of Iowa. And I hope I brought them a lot of joy this season. And I was just that young girl, so all you have to do is dream, and you can be in moments like this.
Now, the moment may not have went the way that Iowa dreamed, but the legacy of this team may live on in Iowa City forever. Back to you guys. From Piscataway, New Jersey at SHI Stadium, from Huntington Bank Stadium, from Safe Flight Field at Columbus, Ohio, From Nissan Stadium, home of the Tennessee Titans in Nashville, Tennessee. From the Gaylord Opryland in Nashville, Tennessee. From Minneapolis, Minnesota at the Women's Big Ten Basketball Championship. From the University of Iowa, I'm Michael Merrick. Have a wonderful weekend of football, everyone.